Hello, welcome back to the channel. This reading is for Virgo. Wow, Virgo placements. That's the Knight of Cups that popped out here. 10 of Coins, Knight of Coins. Beautiful. Wow, I love that. Okay, so this reading is for all Virgo placements. I don't play favorites, so check, wherever your Virgo is in your chart, and it probably will fit there. That's how I do my readings. We are going to take a look at the past, the present, and the future, and then at the end we're going to be getting some advice. We're going to clarify all of this information as well, okay? So remember, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, check your other placements. Take what resonates and leave the rest. What do we have for Virgo for the past? Beautiful. We have the Six of Cups and the Four of Swords. So in the past, looks like you were healing. You could literally have been healing the past. Six of Cups talks about nostalgia, looking back on childhood things. You could have been healing your inner child, emotional wounds around that. Just kind of taking time out for yourself, maybe figuring out which direction you'd like to go, clearing out some of that old programming. Anything else? All right, show me the present for Virgo. Thank you. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Hey, we're looking pretty balanced. This could be you and a partner. It doesn't have to be. This could just be you and your feminine, your masculine within yourself. Either way, you're feeling very emotionally stable, emotionally connected, moving slowly in a direction of closing out a cycle, possibly. Let's see. Anything in the future here? Future. Thank you. We have the Lovers and the Six of Swords. Okay, so this really could be a relationship, right? Still, doesn't have to be. It could just be that you've made a choice to move forward in life, move on to calmer waters. But let's start with the bottom of the deck. We have Judgment. Wow. Classy. Just kidding. So, Judgment. You're making some sort of judgment call, or Spirit is making a judgment call. There's something going on in your life right now where we are being asked to be the observer, so we can cut things out that no longer serve. And or if Spirit is watching you do this work, right, with the Six of Cups and the Four of Swords, healing work, you could be getting rewards for this, for doing this work. So, recent past. Let's check on this Six of Cups. What do we have for this Six of Cups here? Past healing. The Nine of Cups. So it was definitely some emotional work. Maybe looking at what would be emotionally fulfilling. You possibly could have felt emotionally fulfilled, right? Successful in the past. Six of Cups. Oh, cheese and rice. The Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So it looks to me like you were reflecting on the past and looking at these structures that no longer suited you, right? That no longer fulfilled you emotionally. In order to heal them and get clear on the direction that you were headed. Maybe in a home situation, in some sort of foundational situation. Could be job, could be home, could be marriage. Tell me about the Four of Swords. What is the healing that Virgo has done? Whoa, Nike. The Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. All right, I'm seeing it already. The healing, part of the healing work that was done here is possibly moving forward in... Oh, God. Oh, no. Hold on. Okay. So the healing that was done is when maybe in relationships before, you would move into them in a more of a player way, or not committed, or something of that nature. And that's something that needed to be healed. Like, you needed to be clear if it was for passion or for, the long term. Maybe you went towards something passionately and there was, some sort of karma that came from it. And you're or you didn't. Maybe there was a lack of passion or something, and you're healing that right now. We have the Magician to clarify these as well, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So you could be just kind of stacking up your monetary resources, right? You could just be stacking up money right now. And it's kind of putting a delay. It's a quote unquote delay, all right? It may feel like a delay, but it really isn't. This is just you gaining a new perspective, right? We want to go toward relationships that feel stable and secure and grounded. We don't want to rush into structures, systems, relationships, anything that feels ungrounded or irrational, or like you're, jumping from one thing to another. You want to take your time. And this looks like right now you're working on healing yourself and the structures and belief systems that you have, while also getting stability, becoming more stable within yourself. Yeah, we have the Fool on the bottom, and then the Tower was under that. So in the past, you literally could have not even seen this new beginning coming. It could have wiped you out. Queen of Cups in the present moment. What do we have for the Queen of Cups in the present? Five of Swords. Okay. So your feminine side could really feel like she has to do all the work by herself because she can't trust anybody. So you could feel emotionally like you can't trust people with your heart. You could feel blocked off to other people because you have been hurt, betrayed, backstabbed, scapegoated, all kinds of things, right? So this could feel like you have to, I believe this is one of the beliefs, that the belief systems that you're working around, because it's shown up in almost every fucking reading so far. And I'm also working on this, right? I don't even have strong Virgo placements, but I am a Capricorn. So, sister signs. It looks like you're learning to trust people again, right? You want to take action. I'm seeing King of Wands, High Priestess, Ace of Wands. You want to take action with your intuition in a direction that makes you feel passionate, that makes you excited. Or maybe that's something that you did in the past and it got you hurt. You rushed into things with, more sexual intimacy than emotional intimacy. I think you're kind of maturing in the way that you relate in relationships, becoming more clear on what it is that you desire and deserve as far as intimacy goes, understanding that you don't have to do this relationship alone, right? Your feminine is rewiring these things that you can literally do anything that you desire as long as you're paying attention, to your intuition. Your intuition is going to lead you in the right direction, as long as you have this open heart. King of Cups. I'm not saying that you won't be hurt, right? But we don't want to live in fear either. King of Cups. Five of Wands, yeah. There's definite change going on within you. You're putting into practice. That's what the Five of Wands is to me. It's putting in emotional practice, right? You're trying to become more clear on how you feel, have discernment, knowingness that you can open up to others. Knight of Swords. Yep. Yeah. Trying not to rush, right? Not to rush into relationships. Taking your time, because it is a practice, literally. It is a practice. You have to try over and over again, putting up your boundaries. And the boundaries are just to keep you safe, right? They're not to keep people out or, to keep you in. It's just to keep safety, groundedness, balance, right? 10-10 I just looked at. Endings. Anything else for the King of Cups? What's way too many? Star, the Lovers, the King of Cups. Yeah. You want a clear direction or know the clear direction that you would like to head in emotionally. Yeah. All right. Tell me about the Lovers here in the future. Future. Beautiful. Page of Cups. The Six of Swords again next to the Six of Swords, right? Ace of Cups. Yeah. You are going to find it within yourself. Ooh, Star and the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Pisces. But you don't have to be. Whatever. I just want to name those. Sometimes whatever. Some people like that. So the Star is on the bottom with the Lovers peeking out like this. And victory under that. The Lovers is I think you make the choice to open yourself back up to love, the choice to move forward in these situations, choosing not to dwell on the pain, the disappointment, the hurt. Because you're healing that, you're understanding that it's not your fault. It takes two people in a relationship, right? And I want people to understand more that when you come together in a relationship, when you first start a relationship, you guys are at the same vibration, right? And every single day, every single second of every single day, we have opportunities to grow, to become bigger or more or whatever the fuck you want to put around it, right? You have an opportunity to be different, to enhance yourself, to have more knowledge, to see yourself better, to have better value, whatever, right? Every second of every day. So when you start your relationship and you're at this one place together, right? And one person wants to grow, and what if the other person doesn't grow, right? Then you're kind of just the only one growing. You're going to end up going in separate directions. We're all continuously growing, but we're not all supposed to stay together forever. Okay, that is an attachment issue that our egos have, right? So we grow apart because our vibrations change, and then we hook together with other people, right? Communities, relationships, so we can learn from our lessons through others as well. All right. So maybe you're finally getting to a place where you're like, holy shit, I'm going to go out and I'm going to learn. And I'm going to be open to what it is that makes me feel loved, fulfilled, completely, emotionally fulfilled, and go towards my dreams. And maybe it is around relationships. Okay. It doesn't have to be. It could just be literally the relationship with your damn self that you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm done self-sabotaging, which really isn't self-sabotaging. If you'd like to know more about that, please come to my webinar, The Sacred Shadow. That'll be in the description box below. That was a perfect plug. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Six of Wands. Yeah. If you move forward, you're going to have victory. You're going to be recognized. You're going to recognize, oh my God, it's about me. This energy is about myself. It's how I hold myself. People can only hurt you really if you allow them to. But if you're using your intuition, right, you'll know a mile ahead of time. You'll know, right? So that gives you back your control here. You'll be able to open your heart back up to love, to, loving yourself. Wheel of Fortune. I was waiting for that shit. King of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. So your sensitivity is your greatest gift. If you hold yourself back, you 100% will miss out on the chances because you didn't take them. You didn't try. Right? So I know that you've been hurt. I know. And I am not negating that. I validate how much pain. Listen, I've been through so much fucking shit in my life, okay? So I'm validating you in this. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't deserve to carry this for the rest of your life. Okay, whatever these are, these belief systems, this pain, this truth that you think that you have, I don't think so. I think what you would love is stability, family, groundedness, wholeness, togetherness, maybe even community, right? And you're making a judgment about that. So allow yourself, right? Well, let's see what Spirit has for advice. Come on. What do you have for Virgo? Advice for Virgo. The moon. You may not see it. Right? I feel like you may not see it. It also is talking about your intuition again. I think that you feel some change coming. You may not see it. I feel the same friggin' way. Yeah, dude. Intuition. Literally. Literally. Even if you feel like nothing is changing, nothing is coming, right? You're working your way. We have the Three of Wands, which is manifestation. It's in this, she's climbing the ladder, like one rung at a time. She's getting up there, right? In the traditional Rider Waite, it is your ships are coming in. So, but you have to understand, look, you have Five of Cups here. I think that you don't think they are. Or that there is, like, you're focused on the past still, instead of building the future, right? But intuitively, you know that it's coming. I want to tell you something, Virgo. You are the creator of your own reality, right? And if we're focusing, which is, we are all creators, we're all the little gods of our little universe, okay? And if we're feeling like there's some kind of lack, if we're focusing on the past or the pain or whatever, we're going to manifest more of this because we're scared of it. 1717. So use your intuition. Understand that even if you don't see it, trust that you know it's coming. You know it is because you're doing the work. You're doing the work here. Okay? You are worthy of these beautiful fucking things. Look at the Empress is on the bottom. Ten of Pentacles. You're worthy of this. Whatever this is. Anything else? Yeah, get clear. Wow, holy shit. Yes. Yes. What's balancing out right now is literally your heartbreak. You're learning to let it go so you can have a better foundation within yourself. You're letting go of mental pain, of the stories of feeling like a victim, the stories of feeling hurt, betrayed, heartbroken. You're letting go of those because you're asking for love. You're asking, right? How can you let love in if you're blocked off from it? That makes no freaking sense, right? And you're healing this so you can have a better foundation with yourself inside of your relationships, inside of your work, partnership, whatever it is for you. Virgo, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. If you want a private reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. Also, I have a retreat coming up. If you are a healer, practitioner, whatever, I don't like labels, you can find that in the description box below. I'm doing a Healing for the Healers retreat. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Workshops, body work, learning new tools, new skills, refreshing yourself, all that beautiful stuff. Also, my school community is down there, and I did mention my webinar. So all that information will be in the description box. If you liked this video, please actually like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And comment and maybe even share with some people who may need it. If this is where I leave you, I will see you next time. I love you so much, Virgo. Thank you.